Hello and welcome to this episode of One-on-One Sports. I'm Matt Holzaffel.
And I'm Thomas Hale. Sports is in prime with every major sport going on right now, but before we get into the action, Matt and I are going to tackle the quick hitters. Recently, ESPN reported that the FBI recorded conversations of Arizona head coach Sean Miller, ensuring a $100,000 payment to DeAndre Ayton to play at Arizona. As a response, four-star recruit Shareef O'Neal decommitted from Arizona and verbally committed to UCLA. So Matt, was this a smart decision for the power forward?
Of course it was. And for starters, Arizona's whole basketball program seems to be in limbo now with the allegations. Are they going to get some kind of suspension in the future? The team, maybe Miller.
They're definitely going to be
overall.
under investigation for the next year or so. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. And so if I'm Shareef O'Neal, obviously probably going to be a one and done. I want to play basketball, scandal-free for 1 year and go to the pros. So Arizona's not the best place for him to do that.
And in honor of Best Original Screenplay from the Oscars last week, Shareef O'Neal, get out. Great decision. Going to UCLA. He's the hometown kid there. And if he plays anything like his dad did at LSU, they're going to be very lucky.
And this isn't a step down either. UCLA was his second choice the whole time, so I don't think he's disappointed with this. Obviously, he committed to Arizona. He liked Arizona. Yeah. He probably likes Sean Miller and the whole program, but distance yourself from this scandal as much as you can and go to a cleaner program.
UCLA now has the third best recruiting class in the nation. They could pair him very well with Moses Brown, incoming center, 5 stars. Could be a scary combination next year.
Especially under Steve Alford. Going to be a good team next year for sure.
Absolutely. Let's look out.
According to multiple reports, Cleveland Browns general manager John Dorsey is open to trading the first overall pick in the NFL draft. Cleveland also possesses the 4th overall pick as well as multiple picks in the 2nd and 4th rounds of the draft. With the number 1 and number 4 overall picks in their possession, Thomas, should the Browns trade that number 1 pick?
After watching this combine, how could you even think about trading that pick? Because Saquon Barkley, what a freaking combine. What a great combine. He came in and absolutely tore it up. They could totally take him first before any other team, and there will be plenty of great quarterbacks coming in for their 4th pick.
And Barkley was so good. People aren't even talking about Sam Darnold and Josh Rosen, maybe the top 5, top 2 quarterbacks taken. So I think the Browns are going to take Darnold at 1, and in a perfect scenario, they're going to get Barkley at 4 too, an absolute tandem. But
I just can't imagine him going to 4.
I really don't either. He's going to go at 2 or 3 Giants or Colts, and so for that reason, I think they should trade the 4th pick, not the 1st pick. Maybe to a team even at the Jets at 6, just drop 2 picks, get some more picks.
We mentioned picks to build
they have a lot of picks.
What else do you think they need though? Because if you get a quarterback, they need a guy that can come in, an impact player, a running back like Saquon Barkley, just a generational talent. They can come in, completely change everything.
And I would love to see them take Barkley at 1 because there's a better likelihood that Rosen or Darnold are going to be available.
And imagine that pairing. It could take a lot of pressure off the quarterback if you get such a strong running back. I just think
the most Browns thing possible is for them to take a QB at 1, and that's what's going to happen. They should take Barkley at 1. I really don't see it happening. It could work out well, though.
Will they ever learn? Really hope that they do.
I hope they do.
Absolutely. Paris Saint-Germain forward Neymar Jr. underwent successful surgery on his right foot to repair a fractured metatarsal. He is expected to be fit to play approximately 2 weeks before the World Cup starts. If Neymar is not 100%, Matt, how far can Brazil go?
Not far. This is bad. He's their best player, and he makes the whole team overall better. I really think a round of 16 exit is possible right into those knockout stages coming out of the group stage. You have to look at it from 2 angles. First of all, what are they going to do to replace him? I really see Felipe Coutinho moving to the left and Willian maybe coming into that right side. But you look at their group. It's them. It's Serbia, Switzerland, Costa Rica. It's not
really
a super
easy
tough
group stage, which is why I agree with you. They'll definitely get through that group stage. But I think Brazil is such a strong team outside of Neymar. Like you said, Coutinho can replace him. But they have such a strong midfield now. Casemiro, absolute rock. Paulinho's been great dishing out the ball.
Do you think they can go farther than 16?
I think they can go to the quarterfinals, absolutely. And once Gabriel Jesus comes back, he can relieve some pressure.
And I like Gabriel Jesus a lot. But you look at who they're going to match up with. Them, either if they win or runner-up, they're going to be against Group F winners or runners-up. Group F's top 2 teams, Germany and Mexico. Those aren't 2 teams you can get by against with your B team.
They remember what happened last year with Germany, too.
Exactly, 7-1 in the semifinals. Brazil as well, they're going to have a tough time with either Germany or Mexico, especially without Neymar.
It's going to be fun to watch. They did say that it looks successful, though, so hopefully he'll be back to play for his national team.
Yeah, best case scenario, you don't even play without him at all. We're talking about it for nothing, but we have to talk about it because he is their best player, and he's at risk of missing this World Cup. It's a real concern for a lot of Brazilian fans.
And I would love to watch him play this game, obviously. We saw him win the Olympics a couple years ago. To see him win a World Cup, the amount of happiness that he'd experience would be incredible.
Yeah, Brazil hasn't won a World Cup in Europe since the 50s, one of the first World Cups ever held. So this would be huge for Brazil, obviously, and Russia.
Oh, let's see him soon.
Highly touted Missouri forward Michael Porter Jr. has been cleared for full contact after back surgery earlier this season, but but did not play in Missouri's final regular season game against Arkansas. Porter is one of the top prospects in this June's NBA draft and is almost a lock to be a top 5 pick. Thomas, if Porter's healthy, do you play him?
I think you've absolutely got to play him because you're in a win-or-go-home situation right now. They need this SEC tournament to get through into the NCAA tournament in the future. And they're going to be playing the winner of the Georgia or Vanderbilt game. Two pretty easy opponents that they could get by. What they're worried about is that Kentucky game afterwards.
And the most important thing you said with those 3 letters, SEC, one of the toughest college basketball conferences. If they win, you mentioned they're playing Kentucky. Without Michael Porter Jr., it's going to be a struggle to get past Kentucky.
They're number 33 in the nation offensive efficiency. Michael Porter Jr. comes in, automatically boosts the amount of points.
And you have to look at it from his perspective, too. If he comes back and he can prove that this isn't a recurring injury and he's close to 100%, that bumps his draft stock infinitely because he's proven that he's ready to get drafted, maybe even into the top 2, where he's the top 5 now. But if you're Missouri, you're looking past SEC into the NCAA tournament as well. And obviously a no-brainer that Michael Porter Jr. gives them the best chance to succeed. So, but you have to obviously ease him in. He's not going to be ready to play.
And I think that that's kind of what they should
minutes.
do with this SEC tournament is they should definitely play him. But as you said, ease him in a little bit, mess with his minutes. Don't play him too much in that first Georgia or Vanderbilt matchup. Give him the Kentucky one.
It's an excellent trial period for the NCAA tournament, especially if they can even get past Kentucky with Porter paying limited minutes, if at all. So I think he's going to be okay. I really would like to see him play as his college career winds down.
Incredible player.
That is all the time we have for the quick hitters, but don't go in here because I will be joined at the desk by our 2 experts to discuss which teams need to rebuild using the process. Stay tuned.